Sit properly. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Sit properly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram. Sit properly. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Sit properly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Om Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Krishna Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Sit properly. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Sit properly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati, Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada, Ananta Gopti Vaishnavini, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Let's sing the whole Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Parashara Sadi. Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Syama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Mathura Dham ki jai. Navadvip Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Yamuna Mai ki jai. Rangamai ki jai, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Kirivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Kirivaradari Jasoda Nandana Brajana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Brajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Kirivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Kirivaradari Jasoda Nandana Brajana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Brajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya So we're reading the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 3, text 11. Sambaram Dividam Pranam Maram Balabalam Evacha Anyams Cha Dantavakaran Avadhet Comes Cha Katya Yat Sambaram Dividam Panyam Muram Bavalam Evacha Anyams Chadata Vakradin. Avadhit comes Chakatat Yatat. Sambaram Dividambanam. Muram Balavamevacha. Anyams Chadata Vakradin. Avadhit comes Chakatat Yatat. Sambaram Dividambanam. Muram Balavamevacha. Anyams Chadata Vakradin. Avadhit comes Chakat Yat Yat.
Shambaram Dividambanam.
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Muram Balvaevacha.
Muram Balvamevacha.
Nam Chadanta Vakradi.
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Vidit Kang Chagatayat.
Avadhit comes Chagat.
Sambarang Dvividang Banang
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Murang Balvalamevacha
Muryam Balavamevacha.
Anyang Schadanta Vakradin
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Avadit Kang Chagatayat
Avadhit Kims Chagat.
Shambaram Dividambanam
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Muram Balvalamevacha
Muryam Balavamevacha.
Yamscha Dantavakradin
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Avadhit Kamshagatayat
Avadhit Kims Chagatayat.
Shambaram Dividambanam
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Muram Balvalamevacha
Muryam Balavamevacha.
Anyang Stedanta Vakradin
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Avadit Kangs Chagatayat
Avadhit comes Chagatyat.
Shambaram Dividambanam
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Muram Balvalamevacha
Muryam Balavamevacha.
Anyang Shadantavakradin
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Evadit Kamshagatayat
Avadhit comes Chagatyat.
Shambaram Dividambanam
Sambaram Dividambanam.
Ram Bhavanamevacha
Muryam Balavamevacha.
Anyam Shadantavakradin
Anyams Chadata Vakradin.
Avadhit Kams Chagatayat.
Avadhit comes Chagatayat. So is everyone chanted? So they're word by word synonyms. Sambaram, Sambara, Dividam, Divida, Vanam, Vana, Muram, Mura, Balavam, Balava, Eva, Cha, as also, Anyan, others, Cha, also, Dantavakra Adin, like Dantavakra and others, Avadhit, killed, Kancha, and many others, Katayat, caused to be killed. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Of kings like Sambara, Dvida, Bana, Mura, Balavala, and many other demons such as Dantavarka. Some he killed himself, and some he caused to be killed by others. Sri Baladev, etc. Text 12. Anta te bratir putranam Vakrasho patidam nipam Chachala buhu kukshetram Yesham apatatam bali. Translation. Then, O Vidura, the Lord caused all the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. All those kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the war field. Text 13. Sakarna Dushana Sobalana Kumatra Pakinahata Shriyasham Shudhanam Sancharam Sanyam Bhagnoram Ubram Nanandapashan. Duryodhana was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Dushana, and Subala. When he lay on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see the scene. Purport. The fall of Duryodhana, the leading son of Dhritarashtra, was not pleasing to the Lord, although he was on the side of Arjuna, and it was he who advised Bhima how to break the thighs of Duryodhana. While the fight was going on, the Lord is constrained to award punishment upon the wrongdoer. But he is not happy to reward such punishments because living entities are originally his parts and parcels. He is harder than the thunderbolt for the wrongdoer and softer than the rose for the faithful. The wrongdoer is misled by bad associates and by ill advice, which is against the established principles of the Lord's order, and this becomes subject to punishment. The surest path to happiness is to live by the principles laid down by the Lord and not disobey his established laws, which are enacted in the Vedas and the Puranas for the forgetful living entities. So these are some nice verses and some nice purports. So yeah, basically what we're discussing here is the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and so many different kings were just mentioned, you know, as well as that they're demons, so they're kings. So this was Krishna's plan. He wanted to alleviate the burden of the earth. And we were talking about this before. When I was a new bhakta and everything, I heard that they said, in fact, I specifically remember the statement of Rameswar. He was saying this, that the Pandavas were greatly outnumbered by the Kurus. With Maharaj, he mentioned it's 6-4. 6-4. But when you talk about thousands and 10,000s of soldiers, that's a lot. That's still a lot still. But it's like almost 50-50.
7-11.
What's that?
7-11.
Oh, 7 and 11.
Akshahis.
7 and 11.
Pandavas had 7 Akshahis.
Oh, and they had 11.
And the Kurus had 11.
Yeah, so each Akshini division, it includes horses, chariots, armed infantrymen on the foot, archers, so and elephants. So an Akshini division actually contains a lot of stuff. I don't know if you're ever in the military or whatever, you know, they have you do these movements and stuff, you know, and like, you know, in the morning, all the squads that are there on base, you got Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Echo, headquarters, right? So these are your squads. Everybody had like different jobs and different functions to do, you know. You'd have to like walk diagonally, like, you know, you all stay in formation. You have to stay in formation, right? Legs and arms move at the same time like everybody else, so you develop this peripheral vision, right? And so then you're going to all go sideways. It was called like echelon, right? So, you know, all he's had is doing all these things. You know, turn right, you know, you turn right at a specific point. You know, it's not everybody turns right now, right? You know, you go, you know, the line will get shorter and shorter, the line going right will get longer and longer. You know, but there was, what was it, is Mahabharat, their Bhishma, Grandfather Bhishma was teaching them archery, so he asked the 5 Pandavas what they see. So they was looking up in this tree, and there's a bird in the tree. And you just there saying stuff like, well, I see the tree, I see the bird, I see the Pandavas, I see my cousins, I see you, I see the bow, I see the arrow. So he goes, okay, what do you see? So they got to Arjun. The only thing that Arjun saw was the neck of the bird. All right, he said, well, I see the tree and I see the bird. But Arjun, he only saw the neck of the bird. So he said, okay, you're ready, you shoot. So that's what he was looking at, pinpointed accuracy and complete total single-mindedness in battle. So this is the way that we can also practice yoga, practice bhakti yoga, practice controlling the mind. You know, it's like, what are you thinking of? It's all about Krishna, right? You know, of course, you know, we got things to do. You know, well, think about Krishna, think about traffic, think about the cars in front of me, think about when I get to the store, what I got to get, what I got to do. You know, whenever you talk to somebody, whenever you go someplace and somebody says, boy, this isn't anything like I thought it was going to be. I go, well, is it better than you thought it was going to be? It turns out that they're thinking that this person was going to be here and this person was going to be here and this person would say this and this person would say that, then I would say this. This is what they were thinking it was going to be about or it was going to be like. You know, rather than just, you know, some place, you have a vague idea about this place, it's going to have some stuff there, right? There's going to be some, of course there's got to be some people there, you know what I mean? But they already had this whole scenario and now they're disturbed because it didn't happen, you know, that exactly that way. You know, either the way they wanted it to be or the way they thought it was going to be or whatever, you know, the runaway mad mind. So, you know, this is what we get if we associate with the mind. You know, we're going to get confused or frustrated or, what is it, where is this, dissatisfied. You know, now I could be dissatisfied. This is what was happening in this scenario. Their mind was disturbed because it wasn't exactly what they expected. Right? You know, they were already on the mental platform on something already. You know, so yeah. So the mind it doesn't make much difference, anyways. You know, if we're on the mental platform, it's making up all kinds of other kind of stuff. Other kind of things. So daytime drama, you know, the pet plans for the future and our resentments of the past, right? You know, we're just simply dissatisfied about our past. You know, nothing is good in the material world and you think it's going to get better, you know, so maybe we get this other president. Maybe if he fixes the economy, but maybe it'll get better for a little while, and that's pretty much all it really did get any better for a little while, and then everything gets worse. Then you got some other guy coming in there. He's going to be the president. He's going to think of what he's going to be doing. So, yeah, I was listening to the lectures on this verse, and it was kind of interesting. Either his sister was either somebody who was just recently divorced. I think it was Bhakti Rangaswamy. And so now she's looking for a husband. So either this was somebody who either dated the president of the United States or she married him or who this person is. He didn't say who she was. He just said his sister was going to come and pick him up, take him over to her house. She married this really, really wealthy guy. His name was Bill Clinton, and he just became president of the United States. Right? That's why I had some pretty serious questions about this, about who his sister was. You know, that means that would be the only lady that I know of who was the wife of Bill Clinton was Hillary Clinton. So anyways, he says he gets there and there's this big, big place and there's this guy on 2 phones and he's putting the phones down, he's text messaging and he's going, wow, well, you got, you know, quite a load here, you know, this is quite multitasking. He says, oh, I'm just the head of the party for the president. The president's not here right now, but there's an international incident and I've got to report to the news exactly on the situation as he's been told. Because he says, everybody knows Bill Clinton's a rat, and if he says one wrong word, this is his throat. You know, so he's got to be very diligently working for the boss, man, working for the boss, you know, taking The only responsibility he's taking on for himself is the responsibility for his health and safety. Like that, otherwise you're going to do your job. Prabhupada was saying that you graduate college, so then you write up your paper, and you take your paper to some prospective employer, and it says, "I am a dog. I'd like to be your dog. Can you please give me some service?" So he says, what was it? Either the man gives you some service or doesn't give you some service, but he says, but that's the service of the dog, is that he's serving the master like that. In fact, nowadays, the people that are walking their dog, they're actually serving their dog. That's why people get a dog or a cat or a pet because they're lonely. A whole world full of people everywhere. Nobody can trust anybody. Well, what are you looking at? What do you want? Everybody's so defensive, and everything is like, well, gee, excuse me. I don't have to talk to you, like that. Everything's like so totally impersonal, So people are lonely and they're upset. So they get a dog or a cat or a fish. Like that. So then they're actually serving the dog and the cat and the fish, because our actual constitutional position is to serve, the service. Even though it's enjoying with Krishna in our original Leela and Krishna's pastimes, it's service to Krishna. It's just like the wealthy man in a house, in a very big palace. The sons and the daughters, the family, they enjoy the equal opulence, but it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the Father. They only have just what the Father has given to them. So that's the same principle, that we can live in the Dham, the holy spiritual Goloka. Vrindavan Dham is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage in his pastimes and practically enjoy on an equal level. Like that. In the case where the coward boys are playing the mock fighting and they're getting on top of each other's shoulders, then when Krishna loses, then coward boys get on Krishna's shoulders. Like that, so it's like as if they're on an equal level or a level above Krishna. Like that, by getting on Krishna's shoulders. And then Krishna will carry the coward boy around. But this is the way of playing. It's not going to be very fun. Like, okay, I'm the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm God. And I get on the shoulders every time. And nobody ever gets on my shoulders. I'm privileged, right? I'm wealthy, rich, learned. My future job is already lined up. I'm going to be a scientist. I'm already a scientist, right? So I'm special. I don't have to do anything. Krishna doesn't take that role like that. Although, that's the whole idea. There's so many people worshiping God as the Father. Oh, my dear Father, I'm so much distressed. Can you please give me some money that I need for my rent or the food or whatever I need? Help me get some job, some service from a master. Everybody comes, Krishna thinks everybody comes to me to ask me for something, but nobody comes to chastise me. So Krishna takes a pleasure when Mother Yasoda chases Krishna with a stick and a rope, like that. So that's on a level equal to or greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they don't know whether or not Krishna is God or some sort of yogi or special person. They just love Krishna. It's a hoitiki apratiyata, just to engage in the devotional service, just for the sake of engaging in devotional service. Right, and that's actually perfection. Actually, the goal is to engage in devotional service with purified senses and mind. Right? So right now we're engaging our senses, which are materially contaminated, and we're washing our minds through the hearing and chanting process, right? And trying to keep pure thoughts and try to keep the senses just engaged in devotional service. So that's like a diseased person. He's being prescribed the proper medicine, and the proper diet. So the doctors say you must refrain from eating these eatables, and you take this medicine. So Prabhupada says we don't say no eating, but we say no meat eating. We say in the prasad, we have so much nice sumptuous prasadam. We have such nice curd, fried curd sabji on the Sunday feast, right? Big giant chunks of curd. Nobody gets big giant chunks of curd that big anywhere in ISKCON except here, I don't think. So yeah, that's opulence. Jai Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. And so, yeah, that's what's kind of nice about, a small to medium-sized temple. You have ample room and time for engaging in more direct, intimate service, like making the flower garlands, so more devotees have more chance for more service, so yeah, make the flower garlands. What else do we do? We make vases, do Prabhupada's Vyasasan. What's that? You planted some flowers? Oh, yeah, some marigolds. Yeah, so yeah, you're watering. So that's like your direct service too. The watering the marigolds, because there's a lot of those marigolds. Just make sure you wash them out real good. Sometimes I think they get these little caterpillar worms in them. Krishna says on the fragrance of the earth, and those marigolds have pretty good fragrance and everything, and they do smell pretty earthy. They have to just make. I had some flower garlands before that had some worms or some little caterpillars on there, so kind of. But there were some other ones, some zinnias. They were called assorted zinnias. And right from the same flower plant that I picked the flower from, it grows another zinnia, but a different color. And it had different patterns on it and stuff. Did you see those? They were out by the back door? Yeah, those were pretty cool. Those were assorted zinnias. We should get those sometime again. They were kind of longer and taller, and they were all different colors. And... But the marigolds grow really good. I saw over across the street, there's some that's already blooming, and there's some that have like 3 buds on one branch. Yeah. And Tulsi Devi, she grows according to the devotional service. Proper maintenance, too much or too little of something in the maintenance of Tulsi Devi can be detrimental. But Tulsi actually really flourishes on devotional service. So, when I was in Mayapur, there's a Tulsi temple there. And I believe it was dedicated and donated to ISKCON. I believe the Babaji that lived there had donated it to ISKCON when he left, when he entered Mahasamadhi. But there's a deity there of Tulsi Devi, and there's a big lake of water in the back. It's all Ganges water. And there's this, it's like a big Indian temple, and it's got a bathing ghat, right? And there's water in the bathing ghat. They bring it over from the water in the back of the river in the back of Ganges. And they said, yeah, you notice there's Ganges water here. The bathing ghat is full. There's water in the back. And he says, but he says, but there's no rain. There's no inflowing river or creeks or waterfalls nearby, right? So the Ganges does this. She appears for her pure devotees. There was another temple where there was a bathing ghat down underneath. The devotee, he, in his advanced elderly age, he couldn't walk down to the Ganges. I think it was maybe about 3 or 4 miles or so. We were doing it practically like almost every morning, getting on the boat, going down to Ganges, going to different holy places. So what had happened is that the Ganges came to him. Right, and the bathing ghat down underneath where the temple is, it's kind of like a basement. It filled up with water, but there's still water in there. If you go down there, it was maybe about a half an inch to an inch of water, but when he was present, the water was more there, more water for bathing, and had steps that you step into it. So that's one of the spiritual things about the Holy Dham when you go to India. There were self-manifesting deities. There was really intricate deity. It's kind of like a black carbon rock kind of thing. But you can see where the rock it kind of opened up in the bottom, and it's really nice and smooth and everything, and how the self-manifested deity had manifested, like that. So, there's pretty far out things in India. We were mentioning tomorrow's Lord Nrsingadev's appearance day. And I was listening to verses, classes, Srila Prabhupada classes on the, I believe, what is it, the 7th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, or 9th canto? 7, yeah, about Lord Nrsingadev, Prahlad Maharaj, yes, that's the 7th canto. And, so, there's a lot of different things. Prahlad Maharaj, he just say, "Oh, my dear father killer, here's a flower garland." He's thinking, "Oh, my father, he's such a big demon, a rascal. I just pray for my father's deliverance." Like that. He's destined for hellish punishments and, hellish future. Please pardon his offenses and sins, maybe be delivered. So.
That was Prahlad Maharaj's only request. The Lord wanted to grant him whatever he would wish.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the Lord would grant whatever Prahlad Maharaj wished, and he just wished that his father would be delivered from sinful reaction. Yeah, Paraduka Duki. Yes, he was harassed and tortured and chained up and imprisoned and thrown underneath trampling elephants. And, So, and every time he was saved, he was given poison. Yeah, was a bunch of snakes and stuff thrown in the snake pit. So, Prahlad Maharaj had every reason to hate his father. Yeah, but that's what he prayed for. Yeah, he could have any benediction, any boon, but that's what he prayed for, is that a father would just be delivered. So that's the compassionate nature of a Vaishnava. Is that the Kali Yuga could be purified. And that would be nice. Kali Yuga needs to be purified. Kali Yuga is a pretty hellish place. And every time you turn around and hear something, I guess what happened now, I get this natural news. I just pretty much read the headlines and unless there's something like kind of important or interesting or something that I think I might want to know more. But apparently, I guess yesterday in the email it said the Iranian president and high-ranking Iranian officials died in a helicopter crash. And they're saying, like, right now with everything that's going on between China and Russia and the United States and Europe and Germany, it's like, well, this is kind of strange, questionable circumstances. I guess the Shah and the Princess of Iran and George Harrison came to the Los Angeles temple, and they were there for like a week or 2 weeks ago or so. And then this is the period of time when they were exiled from Iran, and they were fearing for their life, and they're inquiring from Rameswar Maharaj, I guess he was their spiritual master, but they were found dead about a week later. After their temple, I guess they were drugged or something, or assassination style or something. But yeah, they were found dead. So yeah, that's what this the class that he was mentioned on. In political fields, there's all these assassinations all the time. He was stating, apparently according to the story of the Taj Mahal, A Mohammedan man built the Taj Mahal as a tribute to his wife. There's a little bit more to it than that. First of all, Maharaj says that the Taj Mahal and great structures like that were actually built by the demigods. But they don't have any explanations like, oh, this was built by the demigods. Yeah, right. So they have this story about this king who made the Taj Mahal for the queen. He died, and then I guess in the area there's samadhis where they're what is it, the caskets. But he was mentioning a little bit more about that, is that the king, he had some sons. So there was one son who was very ambitious. He wanted to be the king, so he killed his other brothers. And then he imprisoned his king, right? And the king also built this other fort. So he imprisoned his father, locked him up in a room where he died. And from the window, the only thing you could see from the window was the Taj Mahal. Like, so, and the political field, he says these things happen all the time. Especially in relationship with the Kurus and Pandavas. The Kurus were always trying to cause harm to the Pandavas, that their lives were constantly in jeopardy, that they were trying to assassinate him, trying to kill him. Attempts on their life constantly. Yeah.
Just to go back to the pastime of Lord Krishna and Prahlad Maharaj, another aspect of that pastime is that Krishna's devotee has no desires other than Krishna. And he's completely satisfied and fulfilled so much in performing service to the Lord's desire, to the Lord. For that, just that desire, he has no other desire. So when the Lord asked him, what would you desire, he wanted to give him a benediction, and he had no desire except to deliver his father.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Prabhupada was talking about that too, the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. So I guess one that he mentions a lot is that Prahlad Maharaj is paradukkha dukhi, is that he knows the suffering of others according to his own suffering. But yeah, if he's a pure devotee, the Lord wants to give him a benediction, and he has no material desires because he's a pure devotee. The only kind of desires that he can think of is like desires for the Lord, desires for devotional service, right? A pure devotee's got, oh, can I have a big car, big bank balance? Can I have a stereo? Oh no, better yet, can I have a golden car, golden palace, unlimited riches, nice wife, nice beautiful wife, right? So, these are always filled with twisted tales of fate. You get really, really lucky. It's too good to be true, and of course it is too good to be true because it comes with some other sort of thing, some other aspect. Like, okay, be this wealthy and this opulent, you'd have to be a European king. Well, how about the ruler of Germany? It's the end of World War II. And you're Adolf Hitler. Right? So it comes with this price tag, something that's kind of unexpected. Well, the misery and the suffering. So everybody wants the happiness, but they don't want the misery or the suffering. So in Bhagavad Gita, it states that the devotees were satisfied and happy with just whatever happiness comes of its own accord. And of course, suffering and misery will come also of its own accord. So one must be steady, right? Steady in one's devotional service and steady in practicing, thinking about Krishna, right? And, not give up, just because it's the tough get going when the going gets tough. Right. So, that's for our purification. So, let's see, I guess maybe we can end class there then. Do you have any questions or comments, or do you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, you were talking about doing devotional service for the sake of doing devotional service. So I was wondering, what is this process?
Ahoitiki apatihita. Yeah, basically, we give up our material desires. Material desires, selfish desires. Selfless desires would be like, purified desires, desiring only for the service of the Lord, right? Not knowing anything else beyond that, right? So it's ahoitiki apatihita. Is that devotional service is unmotivated, uninterrupted, in order to completely satisfy the self or the soul, engaged in unalloyed devotional service. That way you actually become completely satisfied. Is that it states that one should not cultivate material sense gratification, like that. So, there was also mentioning, the 4 rules and regulations. Many temples recite the 10 offenses to chanting the holy names of the Lord. One of those are maintaining material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. Like that. So there's the offenses, avoid offenses to the devotees, especially Guru Aparad, offenses to the spiritual master. Hear attentively and submissively, not in a challenging, argumentative way. Let's see, and not equate the holy names of Vishnu or Krishna with the names of the demigods, like that. And so there's 10 offenses to avoid. One of those is maintaining material attachment. Oh, committing sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names of the Lord. Like that. So, chanting the holy names of the Lord is purifying me. So I accidentally committed the sin. Actually, if it's accident, Prabhupada said it's an accident, then it can be excused this one time. But if it continues, then the devotee needs to do something about that. So Prabhupada said an accidental fall down, but not the mentality that, okay, I'm engaging in this sinful activity and I'm eradicating it by chanting Hare Krishna. So we want to avoid that mentality. Like that. So a lot of people can appreciate, our sincerity and our honest and our sincere attempt, at pure devotional service. Does that answer your question? Yeah, okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam class Ki Jai.